Morning, everyone. It's our understanding that Thomas Frank has been sacked as Tottenham Hotspur head coach. More on that as we get it, but we can confirm we understand Thomas Frank is no longer the Tottenham Hotspur head coach.
Tottenham Hotspur have made a decision that feels inevitable, but also deeply revealing. Thomas Frank has been relieved of his duties following the 2-1 defeat to Newcastle, a result that leaves Spurs sitting 16th in the Premier League, just 5 points above the relegation zone. On the surface, this looks like a reaction to poor form. 2 wins in 17 matches, a prolonged winless run, growing frustration inside the stadium. But when you look closer, this isn't just about results. It's about identity, direction, and whether the project Tottenham committed to in June 2025 was ever truly aligned with the squad they built. With the North London derby against league leaders Arsenal approaching and the relegation line uncomfortably close, the timing of this decision raises an important question. Was Thomas Frank the core problem, or is this a deeper structural issue inside the club? Let's break it down. Hi, I'm Amy, and on this channel, we unpack the biggest stories in football with context and clarity. If you enjoy this kind of analysis, consider liking the video and subscribing. It really helps the channel grow. Now, back to Spurs. When Thomas Frank arrived in June 2025, the vision was clear. Bring the Brentford blueprint to North London. Smart recruitment, tactical clarity, sustainable overachievement. Instead, it unraveled quickly. 2 wins in 17 matches, 8 games without a victory. Confidence drained, belief evaporated. But the frustration wasn't just about losing, it was about how they were losing. Spurs became predictable, slow in build-up, rigid in structure, endless crosses into empty areas, no spontaneity, no creative edge, no clear attacking identity. Yes, injuries have played a role, 11 first-team players sidelined. That cannot be ignored. But the larger issue was tactical inflexibility. The system didn't adapt to circumstances. It didn't evolve when results turned. And then came the moment that symbolized the disconnect. When Frank substituted fan favorite Mathys Tel against Newcastle, the reaction inside the stadium was immediate and hostile. The boos were loud, emotional, relentless. That substitution became more than a tactical choice. It became a tipping point. At that stage, the board's decision felt unavoidable. Now comes the harder part. Who takes over a team low on confidence facing Arsenal in 11 days? 3 names dominate the discussion. First, the emotional return. Mauricio Pochettino, the architect of modern Tottenham, the manager who took them to a Champions League final. Fans were chanting his name during the Newcastle defeat. He's currently leading the United States national team toward a home World Cup, but reports suggest he is open to conversations. Would he return to rebuild what he once created? Then there's the tactical wildcard, Roberto De Zerbi, freshly departed from Marseille by mutual consent. The timing has raised eyebrows. His philosophy is bold, aggressive, possession-heavy. It would immediately reshape Spurs' identity. But in a relegation battle, is controlled chaos a risk worth taking? And then there's the immediate practical option, John Heitinga. Frank's assistant has already taken training. An interim appointment feels likely in the short term. The question is whether he can stabilize performances quickly or whether this is simply damage control until a permanent choice is made. Which brings us to the defining fixture. February 22nd, Tottenham versus Arsenal. Arsenal sit atop the table, confident, structured, in form. For Spurs, this is no longer just a derby. It's a test of survival. Lose that match, and depending on other results, Tottenham could find themselves hovering just above the relegation zone, possibly even inside it. A squad filled with international talent, a billion-pound stadium, a club that expected Champions League continuity, now facing the possibility of a relegation scrap. The pressure on Daniel Levy isn't just significant, it's structural. Get the next appointment wrong, and the consequences could stretch far beyond this season. So what's the real issue? Was Thomas Frank the problem, or is the squad and the recruitment strategy behind it fundamentally flawed? If you're a Spurs fan, what direction would you take? Bring back Pochettino for emotional stability, take a calculated gamble on De Zerbi, or look for a completely different profile? Let me know in the comments. Poch or De Zerbi? And if you genuinely believe Spurs could be dragged deeper into this fight, explain your reasoning. I want to hear the arguments. Like the video if you enjoy balanced football analysis, and subscribe for updates on who takes over next. Because this situation isn't settled, it's just entering its most important phase. I'll see you in the next update.